Hey guys, Stealth here. Let's continue with Factorio. And last episode, in case you missed it, I decided to expand my production facility a little bit, or actually, I think I almost doubled it as far as furnaces go. I now have a large production of iron ore, or iron plates. I have a large production of copper plates, and I have started to build what is known as a central bus, or a central bus design. Now first, shout out to Negative Root, who's another YouTuber who pretty much explained this whole thing and how to do it and why it's useful. Really, really good tutorial there, and a link to it is in the description down below. Because with his idea, I managed to produce this whole thing, so he really, really deserves the credit for this. I did not invent this by any stretch of the imagination. Anyway, since last time around I deleted all of my labs. I first want to get production for, let's say, the red research up again, because I still have quite a bit of red research that needs to be done. Now, red research of course needs to have those assemblers, which... Here, assemblers, assembling machine 1. I always gotta check what they need. They need copper plates and iron gear wheels. Right. Let's make a few of those underground belts, because I'm going to need quite a few of those. Let's keep this area for power production and split off the line down there to start working on the production for red science, or science pack 1. So again, copper plates and iron gear wheels. I'm going to do that right about there. And again, this is pretty much a, let's say a dirty production, because I'm really not that good at the game yet. And I'm going to be making this up as I go along. Okay, I'm going to split off the line. Again, thank you, Negative Root, for teaching me how to do this. I'm going to need quite a few more production or transport belts. So these are going to produce the iron gear wheels, and then the iron gear wheels are going to be joined in with the copper plates to produce the red science pack 1. Right. Actually, I can just mash all of those in line. I don't need a specific space between them. Okay, head south. Oops, actually I don't need to go that far. Let's throw in a fast inserter here, because this thing is supposedly very, very quick at producing. Where's my fast inserter? There it is. It will, of course, need more power. And I'm going to need to get a few more of those small electric poles. I'm starting to run out of wood to build those things, it looks like. Okay, one there. Let's put these on this flank. Right, next. Get a production line for the iron gear wheels. And then let's just use the base inserters for those. Alright, get me one fast inserter. I still have 8 fast inserters. That's nice. And again, thanks to a trick that he showed me, and I'm talking again about Negative Root, I believe if you do it like this, you're going to start splitting it, and then no, that's not it. What I want to do is have this again on both sides of the line. Yeah, like that. There we go. Now I have a lot more of those iron gear wheels. Okay, done. Next order of business, insert those. Get me another little bit of transport belt. Let's start to work on a few more. Add power. Add power. Whoops. Now, make these things science pack 1s. can see they're starting to take some of these gear wheels. Now I'm also going to have an insert of copper plating. Let's make it like that. And I'm also going to have an exfil site. So a position or a transport belt where the finished products are going to go to. At the same time, I'm going to need to tap away from my copper plate line. Right, do it like that. Get me one of those splitters. And I'm going to need a ton of those transport belts. Here's my splitter. We're going to come around. Whoops. No, don't throw it on there yet. That's not what I had in mind. Now, this is just sheer genius. What you do, if you have your main bus in the way of what you want to build, you just take it underground. And that's what I have these underground transport belts for. So we're going to do it like that, and that, and that. Whoops, that's the wrong way around. You're going to come here, like that. So now this center flow of iron is just going to keep going. This is one really fugly setup. There are better ways. There are way better ways. Because why am I building a splitter there if I could just build one here? That just does not make any sense. I'm being clever as always. Right. There. That fixes the whole issue. Keeps this thing pretty clean. Okay. Now you're going to come out there, which is not ideal, but it works. Like that. We need the inserters. We need some more production belt. We need a few long-head inserters. I can go with fast inserters here, but they don't produce that fast. And here's my inserters. Copper, copper, copper. Now, where am I going to put my labs down? Let's just say further down south. Let's just go with that for now. Where are my labs? By the way, oh here, right. Okay, first up, exfil. Long head inserters, take it from there, and from there. So that's this line. Those things are really damn slow. Like, this is bad. This is gonna take a long time. Okay. You are gonna make science pack 1. Move it up a little bit. Get me 2 more inserters. One there, one there. You're gonna need power, that's okay. I'm gonna need a long head inserter. Whoops, that way please. Like that. He's gonna keep producing, throwing it on there. And now for the labs. I think we're gonna keep this amount of red signs. I'm not sure how bad I'm gonna need to expand this production. If I do expand this production, I want to do it along this line. So let's keep this rock at a sort of center point. So, whoops, I don't want to research anything just yet, thank you. Now, conveyor belt next to it. All the way up. Great, okay. This bloody rock's in the way. You could say that shooting it with your pistol might not be the best course of action. It's gonna take forever. So let's just build a submachine gun, get a few regular mags. There, switch weaponry. It's not pretty, but it works. There. Let's change this around. That way, please. That way. Okay. Now, of course, again, everything's going to need power as well as inserters. Let's take the production line south. Inserter, inserter, another inserter, and another one. I'm not taking anything yet because I haven't selected a research. This is another nice amount of research for just 10 points. It seems that they have plenty of electricity. Yep, looking good. Look at how fast that's researching. That's nice. That is really, really good. Something else I can research with reds? Yeah, plenty actually. Stone walls. Now, I haven't seen any bad guys yet. The emphasis being on yet. But I don't think it's going to take too long for them to start causing all sorts of mayhem. So now I'm going to consider... yeah, thank you. That's done. Hang on, that's already done? Wow, that was fast. Shooting bullet speed 1. I want to start deploying defenses around my base. So let's go with a gun turret. A few of those. Gun turrets don't require energy. All they require is ammo production. I'm going to have a few of them around my iron. I can wall this whole thing, but I found that they usually just ignore it. They just attack the wall, which is not ideal. Now let's get these... Are you kidding me? I don't even have a pickaxe? Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. That never happened. Damn it. If I'm going to put down a few turrets here... I was thinking I can just take a little bit of supply from the transport belt, build a little stone furnace there, get the stone furnace to go into an assembler, assembler to go into a conveyor belt to go to 2 turrets here to defend this area. If I do that though, that's going to take forever, because it cannot be automated. Hang on, what's going on here? I have a whole line of stone furnaces. So why aren't you... Bloody hell. They all have 100 iron plates? Already? Wow. Okay. Hold my beer as I redirect this whole situation. This is not what I was expecting. Not at all. I'm gonna make this my little section of buffer space. Oh right, if I want to do it like that I can do so, but I'm gonna need to do it a bit differently, like that. There we go. Now at least these things can keep producing. I'm hoping that these fast inserters indeed live up to their name and produce fast enough. And I seem to have a few more stone furnaces going into production. Look at that, my entire my entire copper plate line is shut down. Simply because I don't have any copper requirements here. I keep messing those things up. I keep confusing them. Delete the iron chest. Yeah, there's a whole lot of copper plates in there. Alright. Let's get this stupid rock out of the way. That just took me a whole lot of ammo. I can also build body armor, so let's make a few of those. Okay. I'm going to set up a little bit of ammunition production here and a few turrets around this section, so that I don't have to worry too much about the defense of my factory. So this episode is sort of going to be about defenses. Let's go, whoops, with a splitter. Come around. No, not like that. Let's build an assembler. And of course you're going to need power. Yes, I know. Okay, listen up. I want you to produce regular mags. And since these things... do they produce quickly or... oh god, you have to be kidding. Do they produce quickly or not? Reasonably. Not the fastest thing I've ever seen, but okay. Yeah, well, let's go with that. We need quite a few more production belts here. Or transport belt, whatever. Same difference. Now, I'm gonna split these things off right here. Where's my split? No, that's my underground. Splitter. Because one of those sections is going to continue to head north and the other one is going to continue to head south. There. Now, a turret. Another turret. Again, this is just a very, very temporary setup. This is not by any stretch of the imagination meant to be more permanent of a solution. Ugh, no power. Okay, okay. Now I'm also going to have to build some inserters for the turrets themselves. And of course, the turrets and the inserters are going to need energy. That was a bit too far. Inserter. And there, enjoy your ammo. Oh, come on. There. No! Stealth, what are you doing? Like that. See? It's not rocket science. Now, this turret, I believe, is going to stock up to 10 ammo. I think. And then it's going to let the rest of it pass. Which is perfect. Let's build a few more of those and get me a few more turrets. He's currently at 9 ammo. 10. I believe that's where they stop. Yeah, he's now letting it pass and move on to the second turret and the third. Third turret already has a little bit of ammo. There we go. Next one's done. Let's go for a shotgun shell. I'm just going to continue researching reds, not really in any specific order. Alright, this one is going to head south and protect my labs. And of course also going to need a few more of these. Let's take down some more trees here. I'm going to need all of that wood to make some more small electric poles. Now, with my luck, the biters are probably on the other side. They're probably over on the left. Meaning that this turret wall is going to be a little bit less than effective. As it's going to be on the wrong side. Now, for you OCD types out there, no, I'm not producing this thing with an exact spacing in mind. Not exactly. One more. There and there. See, this one's already slightly getting filled, which is perfect. One more, one there, one there, one there. Now I'm almost hoping that the bad guys are going to attack. I don't expect it to, but if they do, I can at least show you these things firing. Which I can not show you manually, I believe. Let's make some lamps here. It's getting a bit dark. Let's make some light in the darkness. There, it just looks a bit better, doesn't it? Stone furnaces, no, not stone, yeah, they are stone furnaces, but they're working on iron ore, which is perfect. You can see that they're now, most of them are engaged. Not all of them, most of them. Some of them still have a full capacity. Hang on, don't you have an exit? You don't have an exit. That's different. Long-headed inserter. Production belts. And power. There. That's another one saved from inactivity. This one's probably... that one just wasn't getting any input whatsoever. Brilliant. There. Start to work on building iron plates. Turrets filling up. That means the other turrets are already done. Good. Now I have quite a long production line here, or a transport belt, which means that the transport belt is going to fill up. But that's okay. I don't mind that. Now looking at the amount of Science Pack 1s I have over here, I'd say I have a large overproduction, which means I'm going to spend the rest of this time getting a little bit of more room here. And throw down some more labs. And throw the inserters down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, I still do have some power lines. Good. There. Now the reacher is going to speed up. How is my power doing? Looking good. Although, this is what I don't understand. I'm not sure which one I should be looking at. It says that 2 of these things can produce 1 megawatt together. Now, these things can output 510 kilowatts, so let's say 1020 megawatts together. Sorry, 1.02 megawatts. So let's say that I'm already there, and that my consumption is currently higher than my production. Why is this thing not active? Riddle me that. See, this is what I find terribly confusing. Do I have enough power or not? Because according to these power lines, my consumption is 1 megawatt and my production is 1 megawatt. With 3 steam engines, that would mean I have a production capability of 1500 kilowatts, or 1530. So that should be enough. That should be enough. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to assume that it actually is enough. Let's just assume that. Okay, so now the question is what's going to be next? And what I'm going to go for next is a production of Science Pack 2, which I'm going to need inserters for and transport belts. And I believe I can do those with the assembling machine 2. These assembling machine... yeah, they're assembling machine 1. That's okay, I don't really need to upgrade them. Let's see, what else can I do? What else can I start to work on? Maybe increasing power production. Coal is still looking good, but that's mostly because all of these furnaces for... You cannot go there. All of these furnaces for copper ore are not very active. The only feed that I'm drawing from copper plate currently is this. And this is not working particularly quickly. So the draw on the production line for copper is really, really low. And that's perfect. There's another bit of research done. Something I can actually use. There, steel processing. Look at that speed. That's nice. Okay, so let's assume I have enough power. I have my main bus set up. I have a few labs set up. I have my turrets ready to go. Why are you not actually getting any ammo? Oh, we got pollution in the line. I'm seeing copper plates. Who of you gentlemen has decided to go off on its own and start to think for itself and start to produce copper plates? What heresy. These are all smart inserters, yes? Yep. So which one of you... There. You. You are one dumb inserter. And that is all down to me. I overlooked it, and now my production line is polluted. So this one's gonna only take coal. How many plates do I have? Look at that. What? Huh? Okay. This was bound to happen sooner or later. What happened is that I'm now also producing, not really by design, steel plates. Steel plates are produced by taking an iron plate and throwing it back into a furnace. And there are not too many units which can grab the iron, if at all. What's going on? See, what's going on is that some inserter seems to be getting iron input, iron plate input, and then starts to produce those steel beams from it. Which is not what I had in mind. And I'm really not too sure why it's happening. Curious. Must be some sort of misfire. Let's say that it's an incident. If it starts to go structural, I'll investigate further. This, though, is something that I really don't like. Those little copper plates that came in are now slowing up production for the ammo machine here. Now, I gotta say, I'm tempted to build another ammo production machine, but I don't really need one. This production line is actually too long, though. I don't really need one, simply because I have plenty. I'm not very likely to get attacked here. If I am, I can always improve it. And slowly but steadily, this transport belt is going to fill up. Meaning it's going to be a sort of reserve. And that way that I won't have any trouble with my gun turrets. So I should be fine. Alright, so another episode done as far as I'm concerned. I produced quite a bit more. I got my assembly line for my labs back up. Labs are producing very, very quickly. And I gotta say, it's actually getting somewhere now. So, I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for any tips that you can give me to improve upon this design or things that I need to be on the lookout for, because again, I am pretty much just a scrub at this game, and any tips and advice you can give me would be appreciated. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you next episode.